Good morning everyone, welcome to the Bushman Ron 00 channel and this series of urban survival. I've been out now for about 15 minutes, it's 5 o'clock in the morning and you can just see behind me the rising sun. I hope that's a good view for you. Yeah, it's pretty. Let's get in there. So, what's this adventure about? Well, for quite a while now, if I'm honest, ever since I've been backpacking or hiking, wild camping, I've always been trying to cut down on my kit. This combined with a video I did earlier in the year about how much rubbish people were discarding, thrown away in the woods. I've decided to combine them both, along with a bit of prepping, bushcraft, wild camping, and basically anything that this channel's about. But what it's going to be is I'm going from this point forward. I've come out today, I've really cut back on my kit. I wondered just how much kit I could do without. So what I've done is I've emptied my pockets. There's no lighters, no fire steels, no magnifying glasses, no tinder even, no water, nothing, no food. And basically I'm off on what some people would call an overnighter, a solo camp. But I'm just discovering exactly what, for instance, it would be like if you were on a desert island, but clearly I'm not on a desert island. I'm starting off in the middle of a city and I'm heading off for a rural stealth camp. Reasons for these could be all sorts of things, anything to do with why preppers prep, but I'm doing it as unprepped as I can. All I've got is my hat, my coat, my trousers and, well, my clothes basically that I'm standing in. I'm actually lying in a field at the moment away from anyone, and already I've realised just how many people get up at probably 4 o'clock in the morning to walk their dogs. But that's animal lovers for you. So join me on this urban survival and let's see how we get on. What I didn't explain was I've set myself some basic rules, and that is basically surviving on the stuff other people throw away or what nature provides, and that's for food, water, shelter, bedding, anything that I need to survive. I'm only going for around about 30 hours, 36 hours maybe. We'll see. Well, the sun is coming up and it's now when I will be able to see the things that people are discarding that I can use to survive. Wish me luck, guys. Hey guys, remember that fungal foray I went on earlier in the year? Well, this is the tree. It's still massive. It looks extremely healthy considering the amount of scarring from the fires in the base of it. Let's give you a quick look at that. It's been ravaged, you can see there, by the lesser spotted dickhead, as I call them. But what I have discovered so far is that in areas of protection, you know, habitat protection, kept areas. I was hoping to find a lot more bins with a lot more rubbish at least, but there's either somebody paid to come round and pick the rubbish up around here, or little note for people, or people in this walk in these areas are a lot tidier than people who walk in your more inner city areas. Oh my lord, did you see that on the film? I was talking and the pheasant got away. Oh look, there's another pheasant. What's the chance of me catching it? No chance. They've gone across the river. Was it? I knew we were going. And that's a problem with filming. Is you always seem to come across the things you could potentially hunt while you've got your camera on, and then you've got no chance of stalking your prey. But saying that, it is now 6 o'clock in the morning, and if I was to kill a pheasant, pigeon, rabbit, anything now, I wouldn't have any way of cooking it, and by the end of the day, or by the time, even if it comes to lunchtime, 6 hours away maybe, unless I'd managed to start a fire, which I've no means of starting a fire at the moment, that meat would go off and those animals would be wasted. So I'm not a wasteful sort of person. I'm on the sort of recycle, upcycle. If you're not going to eat it, don't kill it, unless it's threatening you, of course. So I'll come back to you at 7 and see how we've got along there. Unless of course I find something interesting that I think you should know about. So the first find was the Fanta can. It's a bit dirty now, I'll have to rinse it off or whatever. I found a glove on a road, but I couldn't film myself picking that up. And I found several bottles with little bits of water in it, such as the one on the left there. That has now got blackberries in it. The water from that bottle, which was nearly full, is in there, and I've been drinking that. And the full Dr. Pepper that I found, which I don't know, never expected to find a sealed bottle of pop. A bit unbelievable, really. So now I've got the basics. I mean, I've got water, I've got fluids. That's given me the ability to survive. Now I'm going to make myself comfortable wherever I'm going to stay. So it leaves me with about 8 hours, 9 hours to explore, build some shelter, get a fire going, and maybe even find some more food other than blackberries. really must remember to video on the horizontal. Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So we found a place to camp an hour or so ago, and we've come around and we've built it in here. Just going to show you now before I go off looking for some more water and food. You can probably see my jacket over there, and now you're this close it probably stands out like a sore thumb. But I've covered it with fern leaves. It's a fair weather shelter but it looks quite big and cosy on the inside. I will get some fern leaves and put them on the bottom just to make it more soft, but it is very soft pine wood, sort of like leaf matter on the floor. And I'll have my fire just about here, and hopefully it would return to looking just like that as well. So I'll see you later. Well, this camp was here, but in a really sorry state when I was last here. But it's obviously been updated since, or over the winter period. It's March now. Consists of a dead tree trunk, a couple of chairs in here, pallets, even some deodorant, and somebody's left a fire in there as well. Looks like a structure, maybe somebody's sleeping there, I don't know. But off to what we was originally went to find. Well, if you've watched any of my videos before, you might have heard me refer to the lesser spotted dickhead, and I've found the site again in winter, well spring now, March, and fortunately for me, back in, I think it was July last year, when I was doing my urban survival task, I come across this campsite, and I told you I couldn't use a bow drill, and because the wood was too wet. But here I found all these different containers. I found a whole bottle of water, and right down there in between the two logs was a lighter. And had it not been for the lesser spotted dickhead leaving their crap all over the place, I would have had a very, very cold night. So I'm back here today to clean this lot up as a thank you to the dickhead. Remember, check your battery life, because that's why I'm filming now instead of last year in the summer. I survived in the camp. If it wasn't for the fire, I'd have had a wet, miserable night.